Good morning, guys. I know it's been a couple days since the MPL Philippines Season 16 playoffs have ended. I have been literally in a resting chamber, it feels like, for the past couple days. The post-playoff crash is always kind of crazy, and it's a massive adrenaline rush during the playoffs, leading into it, and then when you finish, it's a big kind of crash. And I think for a lot of us casters, we rest up our voices, we rest up our bodies, and so that's what I've been doing the past couple of days. I wanted to share my thoughts about the MPL Philippines Season 16 playoffs, just as kind of like a wrap up here. I know I didn't get to do the recaps every week like I originally planned, but you know, we can still talk about the MPL Philippines Season 16 playoffs, right? So I got my coffee. Hope you guys do too. Yeah, Season 16, it's officially over. A little side note, personal for myself, that is concluding. I've done 8 seasons now, which is kind of crazy to think that I've been part of the professional league for the for MLBB for 8 seasons. Gosh, it doesn't even feel like it's been 4 years already. So that was kind of a cool little milestone for me. I think leading into the playoffs was an exciting thing because I don't know how many of you guys watching this got to experience the playoffs at the Cuneta Astrodome. If I have to be completely honest, that surprised me. I did not know what to expect with Cuneta Astrodome. I knew that, you know, the place was kind of older, if I believe right. I'm not 100% sure, but it was maybe built in the 90s and whatnot. But man, was that special. I'm working on getting the vlog done for the playoffs though, so you guys can see some of the behind the scenes and whatnot over here. But you know, the Cuneta Astrodome was great. I think for a lot of people that got to go experience it, again, is the biggest venue that the Philippines for the MPL has had ever. For the regional league, of course, we've been in Jose Rizal Coliseum and also some bigger size venues. But I think before this would have been Jose Rizal Memorial Coliseum, which was during M5. But just for a specific time of M5, to have this for your regional league, like the MPL Philippines, and to have like basically this stadium kind of set up. Yes, it wasn't a 360 thing or anything like that, but it was still a very nice setup. I'm sure some of you guys have seen some of the videos and photos put around there. But I think that was a very special thing to have, not just for us casters and the people involved in the production and everything, but even for the viewers who all came out. The crazy thing too is that for those 5 days, nearly every day was full. You know, okay, the first and second days maybe weren't as full as the grand finals, but they were still damn full, and like it sounded so good. And I think if you got to come and experience that as a viewer, as a fan, it was a special moment. Now, I do think that there obviously could have been improvements to that setup, but without getting too nitpicky, I think the main thing was just having bigger monitors. Like if they could add bigger monitors for the people on the sides, that's probably the only real thing that I would say. I'm not sure, again, how the full experience was. You guys as viewers that came and experienced, you know, the Superfan City, and then the viewing experience for you. Obviously, us as casters a little bit different. But when I looked, I was like, yeah, it'd be nice if they had like, you know, a little bit bigger monitors. But overall, it was great. The experience itself, like I said, you know, we got to stay at a hotel nearby, which was really nice. Really thankful that Moonton was able to arrange that, because some of us travel like an hour plus each time we go to MPL. So having this hotel option for us was really nice to have. That was 10 minutes from the venue. Of course, you know, we were treated great. We had lots of food and hydration and coffee that we needed, and talent care was great. For the playoffs itself, for the matches and the competition itself, I do want to just say that I said this earlier, that I said that this is the most competitive season, the best season that we've had. And, you know, I still believe that, with the one little asterisk or the caveat would be, I wish the grand finals wasn't a sweep. I feel like that can be the case though for any single competition that you go to and you get to a grand final and it's a sweep. And that's not to take the credit away at all from Team Liquid Philippines. Like, they are so freaking good, man. Like, they are so dominant, so perfect in the way that they play, that it was just unfortunate that Rora got swept, that they got 4-0'd, because when we were casting that grand final, that is not the Rora that I have seen all MPL Philippines Season 16. And you guys know I'm very vocal about how I was supporting Rora too. I love Team Liquid Philippines, love those guys. Have their jacket, super sulit yung jacket ko. You know, Rora, I was rooting for them because of what's happened to them in the past and how their past international appearances have been, and also again the little mere fact that I was a huge RSG Philippines fan, and that's where Demon Kite and Light are from. And so I'm always kind of like rooting for those guys as the original Raiders that are now in Aurora. And of course I love Demon Kite, Yue, and Edward, Mr. Consistent, Legend Zero, the man himself. Even the storylines leading into the grand final, like there were so many good storylines there, the epic rivalry that this is. And it's just unfortunate for all the Aurora fans and for myself included that we couldn't get a at least a 6-game grand final. Hell, I think we would have broke a record too if we got to that point, because we already hit 1.5 million peak viewership. Last season 15 we hit 1.8 because it was a 7-game series. So I think that if we would have gotten to 6 or 7 games here, we definitely would have gotten to 1.8, 1.9, maybe even 2 million. Still, like I said, TLPH, they are like Team Liquid Philippines grand finals version are just different. I don't know what it is. I don't know what they do mentally to get to that mode, but even when they walked out, they're just different. The whole walkouts too for the teams was absolutely goosebumps. If you got to experience that in person, holy sheet, because that was so good. I posted a little clip about that on my Instagram. You guys can check it out if you want to. If you haven't followed me yet, my Instagram's there. Those super good intros. Aside from the grand finals and the fact that Team Liquid is now on their golden road and they can go ahead and accomplish the golden road if they win M7, Aurora will get another chance to redeem themselves in M7. Hopefully they do. Maybe, I know people don't like PH versus PH grand finals, but maybe they'll end up in the grand final and we'll get a full grand finals there at M7. Who knows? But even for all the other teams, I gotta say, all the other teams, it was competitive as hell. I still believe that season 16 was the most competitive because you got to a week 8 without knowing, all the teams locked in for the playoffs just yet. Even the playoffs itself, you had major upsets go on. Like even the fact that TNC went and got 3rd place and sent home Onyx, the M6 champions. TNC basically lassened Onyx to the point where they won't be able to get their chance to defend their world title, So, and TNC, like their story alone was great. It's really nice to see TNC doing better as well. And I hope they get to retain their roster and, continue to improve into the next season. Again, for all the teams, even down to Team Falcons, it was one hell of a season, one hell of a playoffs. I don't want to ramble too much here. I just wanted to go ahead and share some of my thoughts on the ending of season 16. And I think this was a really special season. I think for not just for us casters, but like for everyone involved and even the viewers. And, we're going to lead into M7, I think, in really good hands. Even for the C-Bowl events that are coming up, I think, we had the introduction for the C-Bowl team and we're in really good hands for everything that we have coming up for the Philippines for MLBB. So that's my thoughts on MPL Philippines season 16 and the playoffs, guys. If you have any thoughts about the playoffs, if you guys want to share anything, maybe favorite moments in the comments below, feel free to. I am a little bit on a break. Also, you guys know it's like holiday soon. My parents are visiting, but I will be back to streams afterwards. We'll be back to the streams over on TikTok. You guys can catch me there. I will be doing a mix of MLBB and Magic Chess. All right, so I'll be doing some Magic Chess. If you guys know Magic Chess, please come check out the streams when I start doing them for Magic Chess, because I need to prepare. I'll be casting a Magic Chess event. Until then, guys, thank you so much for listening to the video, checking this out, and please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you guys in the next video. And the playoffs vlog will be out once it gets edited. I'm looking for an editor right now, actually. So that's it for me, guys. Thank you. Enjoy your days, and we'll see you.